So what was that song like? So what is that song about?
Like I told you I was in group therapy. I was in group, and the fucking guy started crying because his wife was going out. So so I mean, I don't know the whole story, but obviously she was, obviously she was going out to turn tricks, and like I said, that girl Anita said, where did he think she was going? It's like, so, but he knew where she was going. And he was, like I said, that was his MO. He would start crying, It's like,
So she was.
I didn't know the wife. I didn't know the.
She was turning tricks for dope.
Yes, of course. I mean, it's like, or money for dope, right? I mean, she had like, they have even like if they're married or whatever, they have like a fucking sugar daddy or something, or like some old fucking dude that when they would rather. I mean, she would have probably rather. I mean, she was married to this guy, right? She was. I mean, that was her husband, and they were living in some fucking hotel on East Avenue. You know where that place is? I think they redid it. It's the Strathallan. Was that it?
I don't know.
I think it used to be nice at one time, but it was not in its latter stages. I don't know if it's still there. Something over there across the street from. Is J.D. Salinger still there, or no? Do you know that place?
No.
It's not there. Do you know the place or no? Salinger. It's no, not J.D.'s. J.D. It's just Salinger's. It used to be the Rabbit Hole. And East Avenue Commons used to be a hotel years and years ago.
Where on East Avenue?
Like in between Chestnut and Alexander.
Okay.
Close to Chestnut. It's like right downtown. If you take, it's right here. If you go Monroe all the way up to Chestnut and you make a right, it's right there. And we used to hang around in there. It was called the Rabbit Hole, and the people that owned it were pretty cool. It was like it was a fucking. Kind of like a neighborhood place, and then this fucking douchebag bought it. Nobody dug him. No, actually, his name was Doug. Nobody. I didn't have a fucking problem with him, but nobody liked him. I didn't really know him, and it was Salinger's, and I think it still is, but I mean, I haven't been in there in 20 years, easy 20 years.
Have you been in that position before?
Where, like, with my girlfriend turning tricks? No.
No.
No. Never.
But you have some sympathy for that guy.
I kind of felt I liked it. I kind of liked him. He was all right. He was all right. He was kind of all right.
But he had a wife.
He had a wife, and then like I said, he was fucking my friend Danielle. Or I mean, it's like I knew all these people from the program. And she's fucking batshit crazy, and he was like, I mean, she's really pretty, but it's like you would never be with this. You could not be with this woman. I don't care how fucking pretty she is. She's cute, And it's like, he's like, and I was telling her, I said, he is never going to leave his wife. He's never going to, because he was in love with his wife. And then he would tell her, oh, fuck, those guys are just trying to fuck you. And I was like, no, it was not the fucking case. It was not trying to fucking, that was not the case. It was like, I told you that whole thing where, like, the wife came up there and she was going to beat her up, and then the other girl jumped in.
You didn't tell me that.
Yes, I did. I told you last night. There was this big scene. He came. I think that was that was the day he came in crying. There was this big fucking. There was a fight. He was messing with Danielle, and the wife found out about it, and the wife came up and was going to beat her up. And she's not like a street person. She danced, but she's not a street person. She's just not. She's suburban, Barbie, really. And and this girl was going to give her a beating, and then this other girl, Darlene, who's a street hooker, stepped in. And there was a fist fight in front of Strong Hospital, in front of the program, and then the kid came in and he was crying,
And they're all in dope.
Everybody's on juice.
But the wife too.
Yeah. The wife wasn't on the program. I don't think the wife was. They split you up. You don't get sometimes there's like husband and wife. There's like a tandem of methadone. Fucking it's a whole fucking like culture. Really, in a sense, but I knew all these. And I didn't know any of these people when I was out. Some of the Puerto Rican dudes, and I don't know their names. It's like I remember them. From fucking Clinton Avenue or J Street or wherever I was going. I remember those guys, and some of the guys like on like the South Side. I remember that. And they knew me. Yeah, I knew you from this guy or that guy, and it's like but I never hung around with them. But anyway, yeah, that's what so I mean that's what I'm. Now again, it's not like the same story, but I know he was not going to leave his wife no matter what she did. you know, and she was going out to fucking get money from whatever she was gonna do. You know, maybe she just had like a boyfriend or something, or like somebody that was gonna fucking give her some money. And then whether she was gonna come home and share her fucking drugs with this guy, because I mean that's not. Look, if you're coming over here and I'm gonna give you money, you can't run back home with your boyfriend. You gotta hang around with me. You know, you can do your drugs and I'll pay for them, but you gotta keep me company. You know, it's like some old dude, whatever. I mean, just you know, it's just like that. You gotta spend. Like you pay for time in a sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I never did this, and I don't know anybody that did, but I mean, it's like doesn't you know, you can figure out what's going on, right? I mean, it's like you know what goes on.
What do you think? Like how do these people get to this point?
How?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, I don't know. I don't know how that would. At first, you would start, you know, I mean, you just like fucking around on the weekend or whatever, and you're getting high, you know, I guess, and then you like it and you keep doing it, and then you have a fucking problem, and then it's like, I mean, it just fucking snowballs, and then you're at that point, and then when you're at that point, you're gonna do, you know, you do whatever you have to do to get your money. So I mean, this, you know, because no one is into fucking prostitution. These girls downstairs or whatever, they're not into it at all, you know. I mean, but it's a means to an end, you know. There was this one girl that used to live out. Somebody's in there now, and I don't know who it is. So I haven't seen anybody move in. But you know, she you know her fucking thing was she didn't let dudes fucking finish. You know, that was like there was this fucking standoff with this dude around the corner. It was like, yeah, let me finish off or whatever. And she's like, no, give me a hit first. You know, I was like. Fucking A, man. It is what it is, you know. I mean, that's crack, though. It's like the dope is not like, you know, crack is more. It's like all these people are into like this fucking sex shit, like with fucking crack on it. Must get like your fucking blood going or something. I mean, I didn't know that, you know. But I wasn't into crack, you know. I was into dope. Come up here and fucking, you know, get high and fucking sit here. Huh, Quincy? Huh. Let the fucking dog lick my arm, you know, that kind of thing.
When you were shooting?
You could lick the fucking. I would, you know, he would get the blood sometimes. That's kind. Of...
Would he get high off it?
Not all the time. No, I hope not. I hope not. No, I don't think so. You know, I wasn't bleeding any of it out. But that was towards the end. Though. I mean, most of the time I didn't. I didn't shoot. I only shot up for like a couple of years. I mean, and it was like, and it was fucking. That's nasty. It's nasty. And these fucking tracks on my arms and shit. It's nasty. And they're gone too. Pretty much gone.
Mm-hmm.
You can see like, you know, I mean, you can see some. You know, you can see some of them. I mean, and I know where to. You know, plus they trace the veins. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, it's gone. They're gone. And they've come, you know, for the most they come back, and it's like another, you know, it's like they say you collapse your veins or whatever. It's like, yeah, you go to give, you know, they try to take blood from you, you don't fucking bleed. They can't, you know, it's like nothing comes out.
What do you think has been more effective in helping you get off the dope? This music or the program?
Probably, really, I mean, the program, and it wasn't just the juice. It actually, group therapy actually freaking helped me. You know, it did. It did. You know. You know, 'cause, you know, it was like the guy was supposed to be the guy wasn't really strict. He was supposed to be like really strict, but he was kind of, you know, he's always giving like guy last chance. I mean, this guy Leonard, man, Leonard had one more chance, and then Leonard was dirty, you know, and of course it was a false positive, and then the fucking guy started crying, but that wasn't fake crying. He started fucking crying, again, very uncomfortable. A fucking man crying makes me very uncomfortable.
Who started crying?
This guy Leonard, because he was gonna kick him out of fucking group. You know, so then he would get out. I don't know if you got kicked off group. I think like they would fuck you up on the program somehow. So you know, Leonard like in his 50s. You know, Leonard fucking started crying. It's like, you know, and he didn't kick him out. You know, he didn't kick him out.
What sort of people are in this program? I mean, like
everybody, all kinds, all walks. Like, you know, like street guys or whatever. You know.
Business guys? Business guys?
Not you know, I don't see those guys. You know, you see like truck drivers or fucking not too many, like no suit and tie guys that I see. No, I mean, it's like I just don't see them. Not in this program anyway. You don't see them. Usually it's like, I mean, in New York City, I know those guys are definitely getting high, definitely. But I never saw suit and tie guys getting high here.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, even when I was out, never that I can think of. But they exist. It exists, and it's it's like the whole like dope culture here in Rochester. Rochester is small, I mean, just like I said, I see you over here, I see you over here, and that I know where you go, and
Mm-hmm.
I've known you for a couple months. So it's like, as far like you go to get dope, you either go to like Clinton, North Clinton, or you go to like J Street, which is like West Side, and North Clinton more like North Side, or Southwest, like Jefferson Avenue. And it's like you're not going to cop on being white, you're a white guy, and just like no. I knew people over there; they would get it. The guy, they knew who I was, and they knew who the guy. But still, there was no, it was like I give it to you. I give you the money. He gives the guy the money. The guy gives him the shit. He gives it to me. There was no. I was not making any exchange with the fucking man.
Who's selling it?
Whoever's got it.
Yeah, but what sort of like are they? Who has it?
Whoever gets it, whoever goes and gets it. It's like and there was like
gang members or like
no, it's maybe
impoverished
now. I know
people,
there's like there's some supposed fucking gang war going on here with like all people shooting each other and shit. So I mean I don't know. I've been out of the loop, man. I haven't
But when you were doing it, I mean, what did they just?
There was like a gang of kids that were they kind of actually like moved in. There was like on Avenue D. There were the Puerto Ricans on Avenue D. There were two houses, and you can go to either house. But then up the street, they were 15. They were 15s. Quiet, buddy. They were 15s, and then up the street, black kids started fucking. They were like a kind of like a gang, and then they were selling 10s, and it was better shit. And you're supposed to, a bundle is 10. So you're supposed to get like, say, in New York City it was like $10 a bag. You get a bundle for 90. So like you get an extra one. These guys were doing like a bundle for 100, and they're giving you like 12.
Mm-hmm.
But then like so the guys that are working are getting high too sometimes. So they're taking those extra 2 or whatever. So I'm not getting any deal. Well, I was like, well, fuck. Why am I gonna buy? It's like the whole like supply and demand is like the more you buy, right? It's like the more you buy, the better your price is, right? I mean, that's the way it's supposed to work, right? I mean, it's like if you buy quantity, it's cheaper, no?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that was not the case there. So anyway, what, Quince? Talking to the dog, filming me talk. You're going to have to edit this shit.